Hi and welcome to Mr. Shutt's online classroom for GCSE P.E. Today we're looking at the topic 1.1.3, which is health, fitness, exercise and performance. So we're going to look at health, exercise and fitness, and we're going to look at how it links to performance. Alright, so you've looked previously at the last topic, which was why we take part in sport and what benefits it gives us. And also, what were the reasons or influences we had when we started to take part in sport, whether that be a role model, a parental influence, whether it be an influence of socio-economic background. This all links in to that previous chapter, so you must bear that in mind, especially when answering the longer 6-mark questions. So by the end of the lesson you should be able to understand the terms health, exercise, fitness and performance, and understand how these aspects relate to performance. Now I'm sure that if I was to ask you your definition of health, you could probably give me that definition of health. Same with exercise, fitness and performance. However, your definition of health is not necessarily the same as the EDEXCEL board's definition of health. So you must get the correct definition, especially when we are answering questions on the exam. And that's why it's vitally important you understand and you learn these definitions. So everybody thinks they know what health is, how to be healthy, but the actual definition of health is on the screen, as you can see. It's a state of complete mental, physical and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease and infirmity. We've looked previously about what practical physical activity actually gives us, what benefits it gives us, and we've talked about the fact that mentally it enables you to de-stress. Physically it allows you to keep fit or to gain fitness or to lose weight, which obviously has a mental benefit as well. And also we're talking about the social side of sport and how people play sport because they enjoy the social interaction with friends or with peers. So exercise then, I'm sure that we're all aware that exercise is a vital part of everyday life. You will do it regardless without thinking you're actually doing it. So if you're running to the bus or you're walking the dog or you're walking home from school, that is classed as exercise because the definition of exercise is a form of physical activity which maintains or improves health and physical fitness. So it's that maintaining which you will be doing on a day-to-day basis, whether you are running for a bus, like I said, or walking home from school. But the improvement of health comes about where you think about what you want to do in that exercise. So you may go to the gym, it may be a conscious decision that you go out for a run, that you've got something coming up and you actually want to lose weight a little bit. And it's that conscious decision where you are going out and actually planning the exercise you're going to do with an end goal. And that is how we perceive exercise to be. So fitness is a strange one really, because the definition of fitness is the ability to meet the demands of the environment. Now, as you know, everybody's environment is different. Some people work in an office, some people work as a builder, some people work, like me as a PE teacher. So my demands of my environment are far different to, say, the demands of the environment of somebody who works in the local council offices. And this really is going to start, I want you to start thinking about fitness and the ability to meet the demands of the environment, because it links into the start of the next lesson and the question we'll start the lesson with. Alright, what is fitness? And for me this is probably the most simplest of definitions. Performance is how well a task is completed. So if you're talking about cooking the Sunday roast, you burn the chicken, well, that performance wasn't particularly good because the task that you completed wasn't done to a particularly high standard. When we look at it in sport, you talk about players in a football team or a netball team and how well they complete their tasks. And also you've got to bear in mind the performance of a team as well. If you're playing in a team sport, not only do you have to think about your own individual performance, but you also have to think about the performance overall as a group, as a collective. And that's really important. That's why sport slightly differs from different areas of life. Okay, so next lesson I shall see you on Wednesday the 12th of November, period 3. And for you guys, what I want you to think about before you come into the lesson, I want you to think about what we've talked about in terms of the definitions and how fitness and exercise and health all link into performance. And I would like you, when you come into the lesson, you will open your books and you will have made some notes on this presentation. So you will have a definition of health, fitness, exercise and performance. And you will have also thought about this question. Now this question comes up and has come up previously on exam papers going back 3 or 4 years. And it's, how does physical activity relate to our health? And can we be fit but not healthy? So I'll leave you with that question. I hope you've enjoyed our first online classroom, and I shall see you Wednesday, and you hopefully will be prepared to answer that question and open a discussion about it. Alright, so I'll see you Wednesday, and hope you have all a great weekend. See you soon.